everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue, and I am from OML Embroidery. We have a different setup today. This is Ragnar, and Ragnar runs a whole lot in the background. I haven't used him for a live for a couple reasons. One, it's really awkward. Two, it's really loud. So you're going to hear this machine. McDreamy is so quiet. That's one of the reasons why I got him. So today we're going to be doing the dime, which is Designs and Machine Embroidery February door. There is a link to download the door for free on the dime website. There's a link in the description so you can do it. I have printed out my instructions, which I recommend to everyone to do. It's not that complicated. It's similar to the other one, but it always helps. I also wanted to show you guys right here, if you are looking for little things to put on your door, Dawn made a few of them for us, but if you they can hear you now.
Oh.
I'm a little bit closer to Dawn, so you should be able to hear them. These are lace charms, and you can get them at Dime. And there's a whole bunch, and this one just happens to be absolutely perfect for the door. So if you're looking for ones, you'll be able to use them on all the doors. And of course, you'll be able to use them for other things as well. So print out your instructions. I'm going to move it over here. So next thing up is our unicorns. Free giveaway from Anita Goodesign. And it's really, really cute. I have no idea how reflections are. Is it better, Don?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So the winner is Lisa Lean. So congratulations, Lisa. Send me an email to sue@omlembroidery.com and we'll send it out to you. So woo, congratulations.
Yay.
Yay, Don says yay. All right, so how do you guys like the view? We're good with this? It's going to be a little awkward for me, but we're gonna work with it.
Only one camera today.
Only one camera days today, yes. So Don's job is cut in half, but he's gonna make sure we have a perfect view. I'd like to point out that my 10 needle machine has googly eyes, so it's watching you while you're watching him. So
Yay, Ragnar.
Yeah, his name's Ragnar. You guys know we name everything, and that's who it is. And look, I even have my cup of tea ready to go.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, so hopefully everyone has their coffee or tea and enjoy the time. I'm going to move it over here because knowing me, I would spill it on everything. So let's talk about the pieces. So I am going to use this cork. Now I've never used cork, so I'm a little bit nervous about it, but that's going to be the cabin. This is going to be the sky. Look at this fabric. It is amazing. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I picked another part of the fabric. This is going to be the door window. And this is going to be for our snowman. And this right here is going to be for the door. I'm running with the purple fabric because I really like it. There's my snow. I'd like it to be a bit thicker, but that's okay. And this is the scarf for the snowman because I don't think I'm going to get everything out of that. So, okay, we don't have to switch cameras or do anything.
No.
What's everyone saying? Cork. Yes, cork is great. I know. I can't wait to try it out.
Where do you buy cork from? We don't know.
We don't know. Don't ask me. Sandy sent it to me.
Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, which is awesome. I've never seen it in Canada, and I decided I really like it. Everyone is, raving about it. It's nice and soft, and you can see it has a nice backing on it. So I'm really excited about doing that. So, are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Oh, this is my Walkway fabric,
They
too.
were asking about bobbin, but Sandy said it's full because you posted a picture.
I posted a picture of my bobbin. I did. Just to be complete, I guess. To let you guys know, I checked the bobbin. So, okay, the news, everyone was asking about McDreamy. Whoops. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I just dropped everything on the floor. All right, I'm not used to this setup. McDreamy needs some major surgery. Poor McDreamy. Poor McDreamy. We'll get him back eventually, right? So we're not too worried. So are we ready to get started?
Misha says you're on the volume. Must have slept really good last night.
I did. I really did. Hey, sometimes I wake up. When I'm tired, I'm stupid. So my brains just are still sleeping or something. So some days, I guess it's probably the meds too, but some days it just kills me. Karina. No? Ronog. Oh, thank you very much. That's awesome. I probably didn't say it right, but thank you. All right, we ready to see this guy rock and roll? Remember, it's going to be loud.
Yeah, it'll be a bit louder.
I have everything programmed in. Maybe next time we'll figure out how to put a camera on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you guys this as we go along. One thing you have to remember when you are doing this is that you have to remember not to cut too much of the outside. You have to leave some seam allowance. So for this one, this is the sky. You only need to cut here and leave whatever excess is there. You can trim it before you turn it. So that's something really important. So the first step, it's going to hoop a piece of stitch, tear away, wash away stabilizer, and then place batting in the hoop. So it's going to hold down the batting. There's no initial placement line. So let's do that. Now, did I get my shoulder in front of the camera?
I don't know, but
yes, I
the
did.
Norseman's in the house.
The Norseman. My man, the Norseman. Is that what you just said?
That's what I just said.
Oh my goodness, Dawn. That's funny. Oh, Karina sends us coffee money. Thank you, Karina. You guys are awesome. We appreciate any donations, any help. It's fantastic. So I'm going to get started. You guys will have to let me know if you can hear me over the machine. It just might not be possible. So, ready to rock and roll? You ready, Don?
I think we're good.
Okay, Don says he thinks we're good. So, let's rock it out, people. Whoops. How's the view? What? Don's looking at me like something's wrong. Hey, why do I... See how loud it is? It's loud. Can you guys still hear me over it? Sarah says, I love Ragnar already. Oh, it's a nice machine. It's just a little loud. Alright, that's great. That'll work out. Looks a bit loose there, but there we go. Now it's doing the placement line for the sky. And I've programmed stops in this because, of course, there's 10 colors. So I am going to do, people are asking about this. What is a frame out? I'm going to show you guys what a frame out is right there. How cool is that? And that's what you do for applique.
It's handy.
Yeah, I like the frame out because then you don't have to take the hoop off. You don't have to do anything. So, got to remember to stand to the side.
You're good.
Alright, so this is my sky, which to me looks like, you know, sunset sort of thing. It's beautiful. So I'm done with my frame out. I'm going to click close. And we're back to where we started. How cool is that? So let's stitch down the sky. This is what we're doing here. Oop, right here. Look at that, isn't that awesome? Loud, but awesome. Oh, it's so pretty. They're not fabric gorgeous, batik fabric that I think is stunning.
Norseman says it's nothing. It's not even above 60 decibels.
Oh, well, okay. Now, we need to trim, so I'm going to do a frame out again. I'm not sure if I can do it properly on camera, but because it's a bit awkward. No. Sorry, I'm putting my arm in front of the camera. I just am going to turn it. Remember, trimming is really important. So you're not going to trim this, you are not going to trim this, and you are not going to trim this. The only part we have to trim is the house line, basically. Yeah, this is a bit awkward for me, but we'll make it work. Can you guys see everything? Yeah, it's a pretty good view.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
It's working out.
I was a little nervous about it because we're not used to it, so always take your time trimming. Make sure you get your duck-billed scissors in the correct way. I could do that a little bit better, but I didn't. It's still gonna look fantastic. Oh, I absolutely love that fabric. Isn't that awesome? Make sure when you put your hoop back in that you get both dots in, because it can happen very easy. Yeah,
That's not fun.
that is not fun. It kind of makes a mess.
Throws off your registration, and then when it clicks in, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I know. So let's look at our instructions. So once this is done, stitch the cabin placement guide, and then we're going to place the fabric over it. So let's do that. Go Ragnar, go Ragnar. I thought you threaded my stuff, Dawn.
I did.
Well, this didn't work, did
I'm
it?
not your thread slave.
You are! You are! Why aren't you? Jeez.
Oh, everybody can hear me today. Ooh.
Yeah, everyone can hear you today. Now, this is awkward because I don't want to get in front of the camera. Thanks for your help, Dawn.
Welcome.
Did I do it right?
If it doesn't do it manually.
No, it didn't.
I can grab it
It
if you want.
split the thread a little bit. We're having a bit of trouble with... Don't bonk the camera.
I'm not going to bonk the camera. They're going to see my baldy head probably, though.
Dawn as a noodle. Baldy noodle. Yeah, we're having a problem with the automatic threader on the machine, so we're going to hope this doesn't happen too often, but we have to... Will you look into replacing that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
My big paws.
Thanks.
Hopefully it doesn't pull out again.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't... Don't throw your thread garbage here. Jeez, Louise.
I did.
No. No, Dawn. All right, so we're going to back it up a smidge. It only did a few stitches because I'm watching it very carefully. So let's try that again.
Oh, they're all getting me hacked.
Play nice. No. The next thing is we are going to... This is the moment of truth. Are you guys ready? Oh, so excited. And it almost didn't fit, but I had it around the wrong way, so phew. Doesn't have to go up to the top there. Of course, making sure everything's good. All right. Do your wonders. So the next step is going to stitch this down with a design on it. So it looks kind of like a wooden house. If you had wood-like fabric, I think it would look good. So let's get stitching that. I think it's going to look good. Are you guys enjoying Ragnar? I love Ragnar, but McDreamy is my favorite. Yeah, I know. Ragnar's cool. I do use Ragnar all the time. He just kind of works in the background, so I don't have to change threads. But I think McDreamy, my brother Dream Machine, is perfect for the lives. I just think it's perfect. Yeah. so there it is. I picked brown. So yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I love the fabric. We're gonna have to trim a little bit once this is stitched down. Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? We're gonna have so much fun with this cork. This is my testing, and I love it. Wow, with the lines on it, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? So are there any issues, guys, with what you can see and hear and stuff? I'm looking here. Yeah, it's awkward, but fabulous. Yes, I'll agree with fabulous. We took our time and we ceiling mounted the camera like we have on McDreamy. Oh yeah. So don't forget, when you guys are done stitching your door, post it on your personal Facebook page with the hashtag Dime Door. Make sure.
Doors with an S.
Is it?
Yep.
Dime Doors with an S, Mr. Don says.
Sorry, that's what she was using. I wanted to make sure I had it right.
Well, it has to be right. All right, I am going to do, sorry about my shoulder in front there. No, I'm going to do this, and we're going to do a frame out. Now, when you're trimming here, here, and a little bit on the bottom. Leave the side. So I'm going to pop that out. So I did a frame out, because that's going to make it easier. Ooh, this stuff is cool. It trims gorgeously too.
It probably does,
yeah. Yeah, it does. So trim the bottom, because we're going to add more to the bottom. And then we've got to trim off the top. Again, can everyone see me? Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm just doing this all on the table that came with Ragnar. So Ragnar is Brother PR1000E, and it has all the upgrades, including the cutwork pack, which is really cool. We're going to have to do something with that one day. So making sure I'm putting my hoop back in correctly and making sure this pops. Every time I put it in, it doesn't. And we're gonna move the frame out so it's a frame in. There we go. So the next step is the walkway. So let's get on to that. It's going to, I'll show you where I'm at in the instructions if you guys are following along. Placement guide for walkway, place the fabric down, stitch it out, and trim the sides only. So let's go ahead and do that. Boop, boop. So, yeah, it is. All right, I'll get my walkway fabric. Now, remember that Dawn designed some mini designs to go with the dime door. And one of them is a welcome mat, which I think is really cute. Once you do the fabric, you can add it in there. You can add it in your software. You can put numbers on your house. You can do all of that. He did a squirrel that fits perfectly on the mailbox, which is going to be around here. And what else? Snowballs. There's
what
something.
I did?
Yeah.
Squirrel, snowballs, a doormat.
Yeah, that's
What was
it.
in 'em?
There's one
four of
more. What is it, guys? I don't know.
I don't remember.
All right, let's stitch down
What
our
are the four
walkway.
ones?
Is it working? Phew, yeah, just took a minute to tighten up. So this is, oh, well, I'm off. That's okay. I'm off a little bit. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to Dawn. So, that's okay. I'm just going to leave it. Everything has mistakes. You know what? That is like a 1/4 of an inch mistake. And I don't think anyone will see it. In real time, if I did something like that, the second I saw it, I would have stopped the machine and redid that part. It's only stitched down part of the way. You don't want to do it now because you have too many stitches to take out, but I'll just have to be a little more precise, I think. Skates! Oh yes, skates you can hang off of the mailbox or the door or something. Alright, let's do our frame out so I can reach it easily. Alright, stop your singing, Ragnar. Jeez.
He's very musical.
Yeah, he has a lot to say. I suppose we could turn it down. Don't trim the bottom. You're going to trim the sides, the top, and the other side. So the bottom is going to be our seam allowance. So, as usual, trim. I'm going to take it off because otherwise I'm trimming with my shoulder in the way.
Your trimming shot is good.
Well, we were hoping so. Our other option was to take it over to the desk, but I thought this would be a little bit better. So, yeah, little boo-boo there. You know what? In the big picture of things, you're not going to be able to see it or notice it. Honestly, the thread almost covers it up. So, try not to worry about little boo-boos like that. It's, you know, you can live with it. People don't scrutinize your work as much as you do. True story. They're not looking at it with a magnifying glass, right? So, there we go. What's next on the menu? Door placement line. Do not trim on the bottom. Stitch door placement. Place fabric over outline. Stitch and tack down. Alrighty. Why don't we do that then? There we go. And I can see it on my screen too, by the way. So, we're going with the purple theme. I think it would be really nice if you had like pink as a background or something like that for this. I think it would look great. Make it Valentine's-y. Or not. I think black and purple or black and pink would also be awesome. Either way. So, let me grab my purple. Can I
explain where the frame out button is? I think that somebody's asking. I think they have an entrepreneur and they're wondering where the frame out button is. It's under the
bottom right on your screen.
Yeah, it looks like a needle change button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you hit that, you'll see the frame out.
Yay! So we learned something today by using Ragnar. Frame out is super handy. It saves a lot of hassle. And if you have ever put the hoop in the wrong way, which is easy to do, on a circle, not so much on this one, you can tell this is the top, but on a circle, yeah, you will know. Frame out, easier. So now we're stitching the door down. And then we're going to trim. Yay, I placed it right! See, it's kind of fun watching Ragnar work. I love it. There's no stop in there. Oh, no, never mind. It's going to do the outline. No, it isn't. I'm just waiting. Hold on. I think I'm going to stop it. I may have programmed the... Yeah. I programmed the colors incorrectly. That's okay. It's tied down now and we're going to back it up. So, scissors. Unlock. Scissors. I did. Scissors. Thank you. And it's going to cut everything. Because I saw it was starting to do the outside. So, I think actually Dawn programmed the colors. So
I did. I messed up. I'm sorry.
So
I tried.
Thanks a lot there, Dawn. That's okay. Minor detail. That's why you gotta watch. Gotta watch what's going on. We can work around it easily. So
it's very easy to skip something too when you're doing it and not notice it.
yeah, oh yeah.
So you're actually stitching it out.
Yup. So, no biggie.
Especially with all those applique placement and tack downs, and I got confused.
Yeah. It's not hard to do. I wasn't going to say it, but then I did.
Thanks.
Just for fun. Remember, Dawn and I worked together, lived together all day, 24/7 for the last, 10 years. So, we joke around. Okay. That is awesome. So, frame in, snap, snap. I really do like the cork. It's awesome. I always check if I say snap, snap, that's why. And I'm going to back it up a little bit so our zigzag stitches get done. Again, just a little bit. Okay, rock it out. So it is going to do the gorgeous satin stitches. It's going to do a zigzag stitch first, which I really like. And then it's going to do the satin stitches, which is nice. So how's the view? How's the chat? I just need a sip of tea. My mouth is dry. Wiener butt. We love our weenie dogs. Well, we only have one left now. So even with that little boo-boo, color change boo-boo, whatevs, we got it. Oh, I'll run with that. Does that mean I'm the wizard and he's the apprentice? Thank you, Norseman. That means you have to do what I say.
Oh, wait a minute. What's wrong with you, Norseman?
Always fun. So Lorelei says, I love the purple door. I am still using the fabric pack that I got from Craftsy or myblueprint.com. I'm just loving the purple. I don't know why. So this is from the pack. And it was simply a layer cake. So I think the fabric, and I'm going to match the snowman to the fabric. There we go with our satin stitches. You rock on. Isn't that cool? So, even though there's a little boo-boo, it's perfect. It's a little bit harder to see when the frame is all the way back, but that's okay. We got this. Ooh, thank you for the donations. Thank you, Brenda. I miss most of it because my iPad isn't in front of me, but while it's stitching satin stitches, I can hop in and see what you guys are talking about. Oh, you might want to turn Dawn into a frog. Or a lizard. Actually, that's how I met him. He was a frog, and I kissed him, and now he's Prince Charming. Is that what happened, Dawn? Yeah. No. Don't give him any ideas. He'll have a fat head and call himself Prince Charming all the time or something. Yeah. We just have fun. So a purple door, why not? Why not? And I chose a darker thread for it just to make the purple stand out. That's what I wanted. It looks fantastic against the cork. I'm loving it. So, the Norseman, thanks, LOL. Sarah's laughing. So, I want to take a moment to thank our moderators in the group and in our chat. You guys make it. You guys make everything so awesome for everyone in the group, and we really appreciate you guys. Also, Dwani is at a Dime event, and she's so kind, she's so wonderful. She talked to the people there because she found a bundle price that is fantastic. So I've posted the details of that in the OML Embroidery University group, and they are willing to give you guys the event price. So there's a phone number, a lady to call. Go check that out if you are interested in it. If you're not, then you're not. We're just providing you with the information. And we really appreciate Wani working so hard for us and getting us a deal. For those who are interested, if you're not interested, then don't worry about it. Stick with your own software. It's pretty awesome too. I have you projected to my big TV. It looks awesome, Barbara says. Well, that's good. You know what? We're getting our fiber internet installed today. Actually, the guy's doing it right now. Don just hopped out for a second to talk to him. And we're pretty excited about that because it's going to make these live streams even better. Even better. So, little zigzag stitch at the bottom, and then it's going to do more satin. And then the next thing it's going to do is the outline for the window on it. So you could do any color for the window. It doesn't have to be yellow. I'll tell you why. We have colored lights all over the house that are computer controlled. So our living room can be pink, it can be blue, and that's what it looks like from the outside. We can change them. So you could do any color that you wanted for that. So the software sounds awesome, but my Luminaire has me broke. Yep, that's the way it rolls, but you're lucky you have a Luminaire, so you can be happy about that. Sometimes it's one or the other, and whatever you choose is perfect. As long as you guys are happy, I'm only giving you guys options, and, you know, one of my favorite things to do is test out new stuff for you guys, and that's what I was doing. It's fun. So, hopefully next week on Wednesday, we're going to do Sunset with Sue, Digitizing After Dark. And we need to stop. Don made another mistake. Let's give him a hard time. Let me get my yellowy, pinky, goldy fabric. And I need to do a trim. Trim, unlock, cut. I should be checking for the stops, right? So there we go. And we'll just carry on and then we'll trim. Thanks for introducing us to Ragnar. You know what? There's nothing wrong with something different, right? This what I'm doing is just working with something different. We can handle it. As long as you guys, the thing that I was worried about is that you guys wouldn't be able to hear me. Frame out. And I have to shout. I am talking a little bit louder than normal, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. That's the only thing I was worried about. I knew we could get a good view with Ragnar, and you know, while he's stitching, I don't have to change threads, and I can be, you know, a little more in tune with the chat, which I enjoy. So yeah, Sunset with Sue, Digitizing After Dark. And we are just, it's like this one. It's going to be like this stitch along. It's a get together. We're going to chat. I'm going to be sitting at my computer and I'll be able to see the chat the whole time. And I'll digitize some things with different techniques and answer as many questions as I can. So awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun when we do that.
Yay, Ragnar.
Okay, so the next... Oh, I love the yellow, how that looks. Ooh, I really like that. So the next thing is we're going to do the satin stitch. We're going to do the satin stitch here and then all this detail work. And then once that's done, we are going to do the snow. So cover the window, trim the excess, placement guide for snow on the roof. All right, after it stitches it out. Okay, so let's let these satin stitches run and give us some detail. So it's looking good and we're almost done. We've just got snow and snowmen to do and the light. I love the snow the way it comes down. It's so good. So yeah, keep your instructions handy and it'll help a lot. It's time for some tea. All right, I am going to look at the chat. Sue, did you get your February All Access yet? No, I didn't get it yet. They used to send it by courier, but because they don't, it's going to take towards the middle even longer to get it. So when I get it, I'll do a video. It's apparently everyone tells me that it's really good. There's a gorgeous dollhouse on it, so maybe that's something we can work on as well. Just maybe extras. So hopefully you guys are all really excited about the Sunset with Sue digitizing. And it doesn't matter what software I use. I will be using the Perfect Embroidery Pro because I like it. And it's new software, and well, new to me software. And I'm gonna need, you know, some practice on it. So we'll work on techniques. We'll work on things you can do with what you've got. I like that. Work with what you've got. You don't always have to digitize with clip art. So we'll be doing fun stuff like that. And it's just grab a coffee, put your feet up, relax, and we'll talk. So it should be fun. What time of day for Sunset with Sue? 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that's what we decided on because this is morning. We'll do it at night. So hopefully it will appeal to more people get to interact on the lives. I think it would be fun. So I don't know what time that it will be for people. We've got people all around the world, but I think it would be fun to meet our Saturday embroidery friends for some digitizing. So it'll be the same thing, about an hour long, and we'll just do fun stuff. It can be a chat, it can be a Q&A session, whatever it turns out to be, it will be fun. So I think that's awesome. So our door is looking good. Look at the purple and the yellow. Now my daughter Samantha picked out that fabric because she thought yellow and purple looked great together. So I'm like, yeah. What are we saying here? Makes it 1 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a bit late. Like a night at the disco. Well, seeing how it's digitizing after dark, we can all have a beer, right? I don't drink, but we could if we wanted to. What day is Sunset with Sue going to be on? I'm thinking we're doing Wednesday, so right in the middle of the week. So basically every 2 or 3 days, you guys will be hanging out with me. I think it'll be fun. So I will have like a general idea of what we're going to be digitizing and working on, but it's not going to be necessarily all the time. Here's the clip art that we're going to work on, and here's what we're going to do. It's going to be kind of, I like to encourage people to not just, I've said this, but not just use clip art. So shapes, and it's all about being creative. Personally, I think anyone can take clip art and auto-digitize it or do whatever. It takes a little bit more to make something just out of nothing, and it's very satisfying, and it'll make you really happy. So, what's going on in the chat? I want the 880. That would be 6 p.m. in the States. Well, yeah, if you're close to, we run Eastern Standard Time is like Toronto time, if you guys are looking it up. Some of the states are the same and some are different. Oh, just had some tea. Oh, that's good. I'm drinking Earl Grey hot. So awesome. I love it. So, I will mark it as an event in the group, and I'll figure out a really good title for whatever we're doing. You know, and it's just relax. Another get together with embroidery friends. A lot of people say they don't have embroidery friends, and neither do I. Neither do I. Oops, I skipped ahead. So I think it'll be a lot of fun for us to get together and have friends. We can be internet friends. Cover the roof outline with snow fabric. placement guide. Okay, so I just wanted to check because it's hard to see on my machine because it's in white and the background is white, so it's hard to see. So this is what you do, guys. Placement guide for snow on the roof, and then cover it with, I'm going to use felt for it because I like the look, and then we're going to trim it. So let's let's do that. I'm going to put a reserve stop on it because Dawn missed that one too. So there we go. I love that batik fabric. Oh, it's amazing. So we're going to have to do a little bit of trimming here, but it's worth it because this looks amazing. So, okay, I got my felt standing by. This, I love this detail. So you can use whatever you want for the snow. I like using felt. This felt, I would like it to be a bit thicker and cover everything better. Now, when you're doing the placement, make sure you place it, you know, over enough and up enough, Sue. We don't want to mess. So double check everything. Yep, we should be good with that. It's kind of a big piece. It's bigger than you thought. And now we are going to stitch that down. I'm going to put a reserve stop, so we'll stop afterwards. Now it's just going to do a running outline stitch down so everything's solid. So, can you double the felt? Yeah, you can. Sure. Ragnar can stitch through anything, so I'm just going to leave it single. Now, I am not going to do where you turn it around, that sort of thing. I am going to sew mine together when I get my sewing machine back, which is also McDreamy. And I'm going to make like a wall hanging out of it. And I might do some sashing blocks that, you know, say the months or something in a fancy font. So this is almost a frame out. That's pretty convenient. I am going to pull it out because I do have to trim it. So take your time on that. It's going to take me a few minutes to trim this out nicely. Now, for felt and for snow, if you leave like a consistent little edge, always make sure that we have sewing allowance. So you'd be tempted to cut in here and trim it right with the line, but we're not going to. We're going to do it like this. Now, this is going to take me a few minutes. Make sure your trimming scissors are nice and sharp. Now, I can't get these up here, so I'm going to try another pair. I don't think they're the sharpest tools in the box, but these ones should do. That I could do it like this. I'm just going to be hacking this out apparently. Yeah, that's a little awkward. I pulled it with my duckbills, but it's okay. We can. This is where I said you don't have to be that precise. Because I kind of like the look of it with the little bit of snow peeking out. So I'm loving this door. Thank you to Dime for doing this. We are having so much fun with these doors. And I think everybody's doors look fantastic. People are creative and having fun with fabrics and matching them. Hopefully Dawn's little mini designs will give you guys what you want. A lot of people were asking for it, and I think they're going to look really cute. You can also, if you have embroidery software, you can face the squirrel in a different way. Dawn put it on the mailbox, which actually looks really cute, but you can put it anywhere. You can hang the skates from just about anywhere. So, you know, kind of when everything's done stitching, that's when you can stitch out right on the machine, right on the door, so don't unhoop anything, but you can stitch out those extra parts, which is awesome. And that's also, before you put the back on, that's when you can, you can add, you know, like your address or whatever everybody wants on it. I think that would be cool too. We've seen some really cool designs that people have done and be creative. I really do love the purple door. I am really happy with that. So this one we have to trim up a little bit, and where it goes straight is how we want to do it. Blah! That was a bit awkward for me. Now I have all these fluffies in here. And I think I'm going to leave them, except for not that one. This one is kind of terrible. 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 I'm going to leave the fluffies in and see how it looks. Because I think it might look cool. Maybe that one's a bit too much. Because snow gets all over the place. It's not usually perfectly formed. Ask us how we know.
How do you know?
For sure. That's because we've got a ton of snow outside.
I'm back, sir.
Alright. So, the next step is we're going to do the satin stitch. Look how that detail changes everything. Doesn't it look great?
I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I love the snow.
And thank you to anyone who made a donation while I was gone and wasn't able to put it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Don was dealing with the Five Guys, so we're done and good. So right after this, we're going to check out our... What?
I like your snow. Sorry, not loud. I like the snow.
No, you scared me. You're like, oh, and you're pointing at it. I thought maybe there was a mistake. Yeah, isn't it pretty? I was just saying it's hard to trim inside these pieces. So, and my duck-billed scissors would do it. So I'm just leaving it kind of fluffy. That's what I was talking about. I received confirmation email, but no mention of a download. If you're purchasing from OMLembroidery.com, which is awesome if you do, the downloads will come in an email. So make triple sure that you put the correct email in. And I don't think it takes very long to get, but you'll get your download links and you can download it from there. So that's how that works. Which is awesome. I am going to use a little bit of Kingstar thread in here. So it's awesome. Oh, I should also mention too, if you don't have, this is a larger hoop, 6x10 is the whole design. You can, Eileen Roche did this last week, you can download it and she provides you with the working file, which is awesome. Now, working file, your software won't be able to open it, but if you go to inspiredbydime.com, which is the software, I'm pretty sure it's there. I'll look for you guys. I put a link in the OML Embroidery Facebook group that you can download free software to resize it. So grab the working file, this software will understand it, and then you can resize it. I would not recommend going any smaller than the 5x7, and check your details. It's a working file, so you can, you know, adjust things. Well, I guess you can't. I don't think that software does that, but meh. But you can squish it down and make 5x7. So for those of you who want to do that, go right ahead. Elaine Chapman, thank you very much. I love those happy pairs. Those, well, when I'm just glancing the colored ones with their stickers, I guess, I can see them. So it makes it a lot easier for me. It's hard to catch up on the chat, which is awesome. With Sunset with Sue digitizing after dark, I'll be sitting at my desk, so we will have a very interactive chat. So I think it'll be great, and I'll be able to, you know, in real time, show you guys what, you know, different things, different techniques. I think Don will be downstairs in his office hanging out too. Won't ya?
Yep.
We need to buy another camera for downstairs. Nah, nobody wants to see
I
you.
want a camera.
No.
I want one. Those are awesome cameras.
I know. Well, thanks to all the donations, we were able to get awesome cameras. We're thinking we might get backup cameras so we don't have to move them. It took hours to move them for Ragnar, but it's all worked out. Hey, we make do with what we got, right? So, what's going on with the chat? Thank you, Sue, for a heads up on downsizing. Yep, that's Eileen Roche. She makes everything available. It's a free design and free software to adjust it. So, anyone can make it. That's her idea. But she's just awesome, by the way. She is awesome. I am loving the software. I'm having so much fun with it. I do use E4 because Dawn and I run an embroidery business, and we have for 15, 16 years. I do use it for production, but for more creative stuff, I really like the PAP for it. Perfect Embroidery Pro. It's a lot of fun. Don wants a copy. He likes it. For microphone.
Tell him we got the microphone working this week, but I can't use it because it'll echo.
Yeah. Yes. We did get the other Dawn microphone working, but I'm standing right beside Dawn right now, and you can't have two mics together. There'll be a lot of feedback and ouch to your ears. So maybe next time when McDreamy is back, we can try it out.
Yeah.
But really, hopefully you guys can hear Don better. He's got a very distinctive voice, but quiet as well.
No.
Don't say no to me.
No.
I'm getting a little hoarse from shouting. Don rolled his eyeballs at me, and I just about threw a book at him or something. I'm like, don't you roll your eyeballs at me. He said, I did, and then ran downstairs because he's a chicken. I did. Our favorite saying in the house, courtesy of Beatrice, is, I do what I want. So we say that, especially to her, because, you know, it's fun. Okay, look at the snow now, Don.
I love from this angle, you can really see the fuzz on it, so it's really awesome.
I kind of fuzzed it up, and I left the fuzzes in between just because it was hard to do, and it looks amazing. So, you're in trouble, Dawn, LOL, Lorelai says. Yeah, Dawn's never in trouble. Never. Never, never. So, this is coming along just fine, you guys. How are we doing for time? We're gonna go a little over, but whatever. Whatever. We don't have any time limits. We try to aim for about an hour, but...
The doors are a little longer, so...
Yeah, they're a little more involved, which is fine. Yeah, we were a little worried. Of course, the 5 guys showed up at 8. You know how cable companies, they make appointments from 8, anywhere between 8 and 5, and we're like, it's always like 5 last minute in the day when he stood there. Not this time. He showed up, and he was supposed to take 4 or 5 hours to do it, and he did it in an hour. So we were kind of concerned there'd be drilling and banging and whatever, but there isn't, so we're happy, and he finished it.
It's awesome.
Just wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The 5 is going to be really good, and it's going to make it better for you guys, too. It was no cam there, so a mic it'd be. Yeah, I suppose. There will always be a replay. Yep, this just goes up on the YouTube channel, and you can watch it again and again. Okay, so we're doing the doorknobs. I did them in black instead of gold. I don't know why. I just did. I thought it was cool. Oh, I may have the hiccups. Isn't that awesome?
No hiccups.
Oh, I do have the hiccups. Wow, this is just rocking today. Keep an eye on the chat there, Don.
Yep.
Alright, I have the hiccups, but... oh well. So, now we're doing the light. So I am using my favorite Kingstar Gold, which, by the way, works perfectly on this machine, which is awesome. Hard to just move along together. Where can I find that? It's not in the file section. Nope, you have to go to omlembroidery.com, and you'll find it there. We keep everything free for a week, and then we move it over to the OML Embroidery store. It's like donations, but you get a design out of it. So every little, I do have the hiccups. Isn't that great?
Awesome.
It's always got to be something. Oh well. Oh,
What?
I did that. My finger slipped. That's right. There we go. Now it's louder, I know. I had it turned down to 700 because sometimes the noise gets to me. I don't know. But
I know the feeling after listening to 4 or 5 machines running all day long in the basement.
yeah, it gets quite loud. Just some days it's annoying. So, can you guys still hear me?
No.
The hiccups.
I don't hear the hiccups, but I hear you.
Oh, I'm hiccuping. That's awesome. That's a hiccup right there. Better you have the hiccups than Ragnar. I'll give you that. See, I just... Should we let maybe Don take over because I have the hiccups?
No.
No, he doesn't want to. You can't make him, and he doesn't want to.
I'm right here. I have this figured out. You have that figured out.
I rock.
You rock.
I think our door is coming along. What do you guys think? I think it's looking gorgeous. I was happy with how loud it was, but I'm going for speed now. Because why not? Do you like it, Don?
Yeah.
I like the yellow and purple. Sam picked that out.
Yeah, the door you colors for
Well, it's purple.
Are you going to put my welcome floor doormat on there?
Maybe after. Maybe after I will.
Cute. It says welcome.
Yeah, and it's at the right angle, and it looks good. So everyone
I
makes...
brought the design in and purposely designed them for it.
Well, yeah, everyone was asking, and we just kind of thought it would be a great idea to add little things. I think the lace charms are the best, though. You could do a lace heart for this one. There's a whole bunch of different things. Okay, we are on to our snow. Thank you. So it's just a little piece. Let's make sure we cover it there.
Now it's quiet in here.
Too quiet. Now you can hear me hiccup. Well, it's always got to be something, doesn't it?
Always got to be something.
That's okay. I might just slow down on talking because, yeah. You missed all of them, Don.
Oh, now they're making suggestions for the March door.
Oh, well, that's fine. Let's do a frame
Actually,
out. Oh, I
Misha-
should trim.
Misha said a flower or spring wreath for the March door. That'd be a good idea.
Check to see what Eileen Roche has in her lace charm collection.
Yeah.
So I just did a little trim because Don missed a stop.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm watching.
I tried.
So again, when you're trimming, make sure you leave your seam allowance. You don't have to leave the whole thing. Excuse my hiccups, obviously, right? There we go. So just a nice little trim. Leave a seam allowance. We will trim them after. Back on. Isn't frame out awesome? I think it's great. There we go. Click, click, remember.
Love the sound effects of the hiccup.
Ah! That's all
See,
I have
they
to
don't
say.
mind.
There's nothing I can do about it, so yeah, enjoy. Oh, you go, Ragnar. I have Ragnar up to full speed because it's awesome. So it's going to do some zigzags, and then it's going to do the satin stitches for the snow. And then I think, I forgot where we were. Walkway and cabin. Did I get it mixed up? I may have. Hiccups will do that to you. Alright, here we go. So, snowman details. We're just about done. And then the box. So we have one more applique. This is the snowman arm, which is cool. So I'm going to do the arm in brown, like a stick, because that's what we used to do, which is awesome. So the arm part has to stitch out first, so it's... Maybe I'll turn that down. Just one. I know, but look at that guy go. This is the loud that I was talking about. I didn't realize that I didn't have them turned up, but there we go. Rocking it out. What's going on in chat? Oh, beautiful satin stitches for the arm. I have it down to 900. I usually run it at 1,000 unless the noise is annoying. So this will be the outline. So we're gonna reserve stop that one. And there we go. So this is our almost last applique. There are little pieces for the snowman hat. Awesome. This guy's cute. So that's the placement. I'm going to do a frame out so I make sure I place this properly. See how good that looks? Awesome. So I can be generous with this because it's our last snow applique. How about we tuck it underneath? Yep, still got the hiccups. Make sure we get it over enough because it comes all the way down here. So you got to make sure you have coverage there. Let's close, bring it back, and this is going to stitch it down. Then we have a little snowman face to do. They're not cute. I love that she added the snowman. Hiccup. All right. Let's bring this out. How many people do we have? I wasn't even talking about that. I didn't even notice.
258.
Well, that's pretty darn good.
That's pretty darn good.
We will have Mr. McDreamy back eventually, hopefully. I knew something was wrong with that machine by the noise it made. And that's why I stopped. Because I'm like, nope.
He's being difficult because he did the same thing he did to me and ran fine for a few stitches and then all of a sudden said no.
Yeah, and he's seized up, so they're going to figure out what it is. So for this one, make sure you leave your seam allowance, of course. I'm just going to cut it so it's a bit shorter. And I'm going to just do this a little bit neater at the bottom. So you can see I've left more than enough for seam allowance. It just makes it stay together better. Snap, snap, there we go. Close. And now we're gonna do white. So we're gonna do the satin stitches to make our snowman look pretty. And then we're gonna go right into his face. And then we're gonna do little appliques. And then it's just gonna stitch. So awesome. Are you guys enjoying this? Let's see. Anyone else in Ontario, Canada? Me! I'm in Ontario. Yeah. It's awesome. I think that's cool. We could do a get-together one day. I think that would be so much fun. Okay, we'll meet everyone in Vegas.
Hey.
I need to drink. Oh, it's snowing outside and it looks beautiful. Big fluffy snowflakes. Hugs from Michigan. Yeah, across the river from us. We're pretty close to Detroit. On the Canadian side, of course, so not Detroit. Windsor. Okay, so now it's stitching out the nose, which is a carrot, which I picked the brightest orange I could find because I want it to stand out. That's awesome. Yeah, Cindy King says, yucky, y'all can have all the snow. Well, we're in Canada, so probably, yeah. Yeah. We're just used to it. Although for some reason, people who drive aren't used to it.
I noticed that when I went out this morning, I noticed that the bottom half of the driveway got shoveled yesterday magically.
Magically?
Okay, not magically,
Teenagers actually shoveled. And it was probably because she had to take her car out, so.
Yeah, I just drive through it.
Dawn. Maybe she made Beatrice do it. It's entirely possible.
Probably.
I'll ask her. Alright, what's going on? Detroit here. Woohoo! We go to Detroit. Not lots, but we go there sometimes for shopping. Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys hear? Anita Goodesign is having their garage sale. And it's going to in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
And it's going to be, I think it was May 7th or May 8th.
I think it was both. I think it was 7th and 8th, you said.
Yeah, which we went to it last year.
Yep.
Yeah, it was last
It was
year.
fun.
All right, so now we're gonna do an outline for snowman hat. So you could do a black hat, but I like to do things just a little bit differently.
There's a few saying that they're going to be there.
Well, we're not sure if we're gonna go. It was excellent. Like, it's an amazing place to go, but it was exhausting for me. I was just exhausted. And I didn't eat properly, so that
We'll just
kind
have
of...
to see how it goes.
Yeah. Can we borrow your mom's car? Hi, Mom! Can we borrow your car? She has a way more comfortable car than we do, so...
Yeah, it was a nice ride on the trip.
It was a nice ride. I slept for
And far
most
cheaper
of it.
than renting.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna rent. So maybe we'll go. You guys can let us know if you're thinking about it. So this is a small applique. Sometimes the small appliques are the
What
best,
did you
though.
buy at the yard sale? garage sale.
What did I buy?
What didn't we buy?
All of the giveaways that we were doing. That's what we bought. We bought 300.
300 packages.
Yep.
300 CDs of Anita Goodesign.
And we bought them, and we paid for them, and we give them to you. Which is cool, right?
I think it's very cool.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it. The other thing that I got that I would love more of is their finished samples. Oh, I have some of them in my living room, and
Oh, they're beautiful.
oh, how they're beautiful, because of course they're a lot more professional at sewing than I am, so it was gorgeous. Okay, I love his hat. His hat matches the door. It's the same time. That's the joy of layer cakes. That's awesome. Who says snowmen can't have a designer hat? Maybe it's Louis Vuitton of embroidery. Of snowmen. Why not? I loved it when you showed us the finished sample. I know. They were so beautiful. They're in my living room, behind the TV, all over that kind of wall, and I just love looking at them. It's
Especially the rose.
the rose. We got a huge one, and we got another one that I've had my eye on to do for a long time, and it was a Christmas one, and I was so happy to get it, and it's perfect. It's a Christmas village scene sort of thing. Oh, it made me so happy. I almost cried, actually, when they brought out the rose. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So we might go for that. I don't know. It's a lot of money, too. It was fun. We got to sit and chat with the digitizers and Taylor, who is a really awesome guy, and Lane, and what's that?
I'm repeating what I said.
Oh, why?
Because I'm Captain Obvious.
Oh yeah, Captain Obvious. If you ever say to me, did you turn it on and off again?
Did you turn it on and off again?
No, stop it. Captain Obvious. This is a little hard for me to see. I know I'm over a bit too much, but this is...
What is that? Is that a scarf?
Yeah. It would be a lot easier sitting down at my desk, but
Yeah, probably.
I think my scissors need to be sharpened as well, Don.
Do you want the sharpener?
Nope, not right now. We'll do it after. I can manage it. Now. So, what are you guys thinking? Matching hat, scarf, doing the purple thing, used cork and beautiful batik fabric. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it all. I'm over again. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's cute. That is so cute. Let's pop them back in. And this side this time. All right.
Fashionista snowman.
Well, why not? It's a little bit of a different shade of purple, but I love it. Ah, it's amazing what you can do with layer cakes, isn't it? It's amazing. Oh, we're talking about snow. Yeah, it's been... How many days has it been snowing? 3. Wow. That's a lot of snow, but...
It's light.
Yeah, it's light and fluffy. It's not snowman making snow. Because, yes, my 20-year-old kids and I go out and make snowmen at least every year, just because. It's fun. I like the scarf too. I like the purple. I'll get over the purple eventually, but I'm just loving it. It is probably my most favorite layer cake that I got from my blueprint. And it was on major sale. If you're a member, to that, you get classes, which I'm a member. You pay one price per year and you get classes, and they're really good. Of course, not so much for the embroidery, but for the sewing classes, so I can learn how to sew and quilt and put everything together, because I don't know how to do that. So it's cool. All right, we're doing the mailbox now. It's just small little things. Let's see. Yeah, I think we only have 8 minutes left to stitch, and there's no more applique, but I'm going to show you guys a couple things, like how to finish it off. So the mailbox is lovely. It's a nice effect. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's awesome. Here we go. So, does anyone have any questions about the dime door? I'll show you guys how to do the tabs and how to put your fabric on the last part. Again, I'm not doing that because I'm going to sew my guys together to make kind of a wall hanging with sashes with some things on it. Woo! You go, Ragnar. Have you guys enjoyed Ragnar? I think he's a lot of fun. He gets noisy when he's going, but yeah, all you have to do is program it. So, which also takes time, but a lot of people think it's set it and forget it, but not necessarily if you're doing...
Always keep an eye on.
Yeah, I always stay with my machines. Thankfully, with McDreamy, I knew when to stop, and I stopped, and I think that was really important because I could have made him a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Don checked him out and cleaned him out, and then said, yeah, no, he's got to go in, I can't do it, over his head. Yeah, you're not, I see people doing that all the time on Facebook, that they literally take their machines apart, and I don't think you should do that. I paid so much for McDreamy that I'm not going to risk anything ever with him. So, can we use Embrilliance to downsize? Well, I'm going to say no, this is my opinion, because you'll be downsizing the stitch file. And it's quite a large downsize from 6x10 to 5x7. And you will probably end up with density issues. So I never recommend that you do anything with the stitch files other than skipping a few parts or adding a few parts. Because I'm going to be skipping a few parts in this. So, in general terms, don't change a stitch file. Don't you agree, Don?
Yeah, it's always best to leave it alone.
Leave it alone. So, a working file has all of the information, the editing, so you can change the underlay, you can change the width, you can do all that. That's your working file. A stitch file is like the PES and, whatever your machine uses. And stitch files are made for stitching. And that's all you should do with them. Like I said, you can skip parts. That's not editing or changing it, but you'll get into problems downsizing a stitch file. I've never done it. I've never done it, so. No. Like I said, go to Dime, Designs in Machine Embroidery. It's dzgns.com or Inspired by Dime, and get the free software, and you can do it. Everyone should do that instead of making a mess with the stitch file. It's free, and she gives you the working file, so thank you, Eileen, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So that's, if you want to downsize it, I put a link in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and it gives you step-by-step everything on it. So Eileen did a really good blog about it, telling you step-by-step how to do all of it. So, yeah, that's what you should do if you want to resize it. And it's free, remember. So, look at my mailbox. So there's mail in the mailbox, and I made it purple, so I bring all the purple together. That's a bit far away. You should have been zooming in. Zoom in, Don. Yeah, I would like a better view. Yeah, when it's stitching on one side, it's a little bit harder to see. Alright, so the mailbox is coming together just handily. What? So that's much better view. He's watching the machine instead of watching his computer. I think that's much better. Yeah, regular internet, you're out of here. You're out of here, man. So we're almost done. I'm so excited. It's so pretty. I love the purple. I love the sky. Isn't it gorgeous, Don?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I made it all match. And this is the flag on the mailbox. So, just about done. So excited. So amber red, reddish brown. Yeah, we're almost there. We have the fabric, you know, the backing fabric to put on. And then, well, the tabs first. But I'm going to show you guys. Somebody asked in the last video if I could show you how to do the tabs. What? Not for long. You're out of there. We've been waiting for 5 years.
They have pretty good internet over there too. So
yeah.
Might be comparable.
It's amazing that they have such good internet. We're in the middle of town, and for some reason we're considered rural, so we get nothing.
Now when we do our tests with Karina, the remote test, it'll work.
It'll work, yes. We will do that because we want Karina to be on the show. Okay, so the next step for this is how you attach the tabs. So you can sew the tabs together, or you can press them together so the raw edges are not going to show. This part's going to show. I just use a little bit of what's that stuff called? Iron stuff. What's the stuff called? Yeah, heat and bond to do it. Now, I didn't need to fold these edges, but as long as it'll go through. But what you do is you place them right here. You can tape them down. Now, this is the folded part. This part won't show because that's going to be in your seam allowance, right? So it's going to stitch, and then when we flip the whole thing, it's going to look like this. So make them as big or as small, or you could make one all the way across. So the next stitch is going to stitch it down. It goes over it twice. But that's how you do it. You could sew them. Like I said, you can make them longer. You can make them shorter. I'm pretty sure Eileen gives you the exact size that you need. Now, for the last step, which I said I'm not going to do, you take your fabric, your backing fabric. She suggests that you use a fat quarter, and you'll be able to fill it all in, but you need it to be big enough. You need your seam allowances, and you put it face down on here. The next stitch, the last stitch, is going to stitch all the way around and leave a gap wherever the gap is, probably here, and you're done. And then you take it out of the hoop and trim, but make sure you leave enough, half an inch if you can, and then turn it. And all you have to do is sew up that little part. Your tabs will be here, and hang it. So it's easy to do. It's really easy. I love this door. I am so happy with it. What do you think, Don?
I think the purple door on the cork background is awesome.
I think Sam helped me pick everything out, and I think it's fantastic. So sew them together as a quilt square, quilt blocks, as I'm going to do. I got a little jump stitch there I got to fix. Or, make it into a hanger. If you guys haven't seen, they have perfect hangers for these that you could just, you know, put it on your desk and change it. Make sure you leave enough room here. And make sure you go to the OML Embroidery University Facebook group and keep up on everything we're doing. Are there any questions? Oh yeah, hashtag, Don's pointing at, I don't know why he couldn't say it himself, but post it on your personal Facebook page with the hashtag Dime Doors. Make sure that it's set to public, and Eileen Roche will showcase your designs.
She's already featured, I think, 14 of the February doors.
Yeah, so make sure you do that. If you don't know how to make your post public, I put pictures and steps on how you do it. It's really easy. But if you don't, then she won't be able to see it because it's for friends, and it's restricted. So you have to make it public so she can see it. And then they just search hashtag Dime Doors in the search, and it'll come up with everything for that. So do you guys like this? Ragnar, thank you, Ragnar, for behaving. Much appreciated. I love the door. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Make sure you post them on your personal Facebook group and in the OML embroidery group. If you didn't know, Eileen Roche is in our group. So yay. Thank you, Eileen. Welcome as well. So she can see all the stuff that we're doing. So yeah, yay. Cool. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys enjoy stitching and all the applique, and make a gorgeous door. Play around with your colors. It's fantastic. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.